of Jan Ki Baat and a resident political expert also joining us. Pradeep, this is an absolute win, diplomatically and otherwise, of the Narendra Modi government.
Absolutely, Shivani. I think it's a massive win, and also on the international front, this shows that how Prime Minister's diplomacy in the past many years has yielded dividends. And this is also a lot of people were saying that why did the Prime Minister used to travel a lot? I think it's this is a natural outcome, and we've seen the success also in Doklam. But larger level also on politically, Shivani, I think the politics of lie has again ended and has been exposed. And Mr. Rahul Gandhi was repeatedly towing the Chinese line that why the Prime Minister is not acting. And right now you see a climb down by the Chinese. I think India has just not responded to China, but India has shown the world how to keep China on back foot. And this is a principal difference, I think, in the narrative which has happened as of now.
All right. Colonel Anil Bhatt is also with us. How do you read this latest statement from China in which it is talking about how China and India need to work together, they have common strategic interests? Where were those common strategic interests, Colonel Bhatt, when the Chinese were trying to, bully us at the LAC? Certainly they are the ones who have to take the blame of what has happened.
Yes, it sounds it sounds too good to be true. But then the Chinese are, they are... nothing surprising at all. They look at how the wind blows, and if it suits them at that point of time, they'll make, give you verbal assurances, give you written agreements. But don't you expect them to retract from there? They have their ultimate aims. The Chinese have, Sun Tzu. They follow Sun Tzu quite closely. Sometimes Sun Tzu works for them, sometimes it doesn't. Particularly when they have been lying through their teeth. And they've been doing a lot of that in the recent past. Look, all the agreements from 93, after 53 years of managing this border without firearms, with just at the most dhakka mukka, they gave us a surprise by coming out with medieval barbaric weapons and then finally killing 20 of our men. But the response that they got to the killing of those 20 of our men is something they're not going to forget in a hurry. And let me tell you, that has been a major factor in their whatever climb down that we're seeing so far. And the climb down can only be believed by verification, as God bless his soul, Colonel Babu of the former commanding officer of 16 Bihar was doing. It will need verification, it will need overseeing, it will need verification. And of course, it's going to take time.
Yeah. I think overall, Pradeep, a sentiment is emerging. Colonel Bhatt, I think I'll take off from what you said about how verification is needed and how the Chinese cannot be trusted in statements alone. Pradeep, that is a sentiment that has come out from several experts. As we've been talking about the latest NSA talks with the Chinese counterpart over the last few hours. And of course, while that is the reality, the other reality also is that perhaps the Chinese did not anticipate the kind of response they got this time around. As the Prime Minister, remember, after that all-party meet said, Pradeep, and his statement became a matter of controversy. But he had said at that time that the reason why Galwan happened was because पहले हम रोकते टोकते नहीं थे, अब ज़्यादा रोकते टोकते हैं, तो ये clash हो गया. I think that was the essence. That is also coming out from several experts as well, that because India is intervening now in the designs of Chinese PLA, it's salami slicing, it's, coming forward, then, breathing down your neck and pushing you back, wanting to unilaterally change the LAC status. All that certainly has been given a very strong response and perhaps a lesson for the Chinese here.
Absolutely, Shivani. I think the essence of Prime Minister's response has been of strength. So if you look in the past, Prime Minister Manmohan Singh did not negotiate from an era of strength or from a position of strength. India has always ensured, whether it was Doklam or right now, India has always ensured that it is on the position of strength. Now, the Prime Minister's visit to Leh was I would say, a watershed moment, because it was just not a visit which gave the soldiers a morale boost. boost, but it was also a message to the Chinese that we look eye to you and we have the ability to up the game. So if you do not go back, we are extremely self-confident. And at the time when the Prime Minister was going to Leh, you had the United States a fleet moving in the South China Sea. So I think the Prime Minister there were black channel talks taking place with the United States of America and the Quad countries, and we have built a respected amount of strength, and the Chinese have a distrust in the world. So I think it was a massive amount. I would give 10 on 10 on diplomacy and 10 on 10 on strength. And I think, Shivani, at the same time, there is also a message globally that right now India has arrived, because the public sentiment economically, the ban on the 59 Chinese app was the first, I would say, response globally by any part to China to hurt the Chinese economic bubble. And China would be anticipating that if we do not get this back, then you might see other countries also responding to us economically.
Not just other countries, Pradeep, but also more action from India as well.
Absolutely.
Already Chinese companies are being barred from certain contracts. Certain dominant Indian industrial giants are taking a call to downgrade their relationship with their Chinese partners as far as parts and other things are concerned. And all of that has its own domino effect as well.